I'm Jenny. I'm a coach and NLP practitioner, helping introverts live the big life that they want and help them to thrive, not just survive. Why don't they love me in the way that I want to be loved? Well, do you love yourself? No, of course not. Why would I do that? I'm not arrogant. But if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to? They should just love me anyway. Love is unconditional, right? Well, what about unconditional love for yourself? What does that even mean? Loving yourself is not comparing yourself to others. You can compare yourself to yourself, but not to others. Are you doing better today than you were doing yesterday? Not worrying about what others think of you. If we're constantly worrying what others think of us, then we're not loving ourselves fully. Not beating yourself up when you make a mistake. I'm great at this one. I'm so good at beating myself up. In fact, the whole of last month, my partner's mantra has been, stop beating yourself up. So we all do it to ourselves, and it's being conscious of that. It's knowing that when you're doing it, we can stop doing that. Knowing that you're good enough. I had a story that I was telling that said, but I'm not good enough. I'm not good. Why am I not good enough for you? Why am I, the way I am, not enough for you? And when my last relationship ended, I bought myself a ring and it says on it, I am enough. And it was to remind myself that I am enough, and it wasn't about me not being enough. It was just about it being the wrong relationship. So that's one of the things. Why am I not enough? Knowing that you are enough is a step towards loving yourself. Not allowing anyone to speak to you in a negative way. So don't allow people to put you down. You can say, actually, that's not right. That's not a way that you need to speak about me. I don't agree with that. Or I'm working on it. Trusting yourself to make decisions about your own life. How many times do you revert to other people? Whether it's partners, whether it's parents, whether it's just Joe Blogs on the streets, you're constantly looking for validation from other people to prove that you are okay and that your decision making is correct. So if you love yourself, you can trust yourself to make the right decisions, or make a good decision as you can at the time. And then if it's not the right decision, you can change it in the future and you can handle it. So not seeking everyone's opinion all the time on you, on your life, on what you're doing. And are you an apologizer? Do you apologize for breathing? I know lots of people that do. They apologize for every single little thing in their life and for everyone around them. And over apologizing is often a sign of not loving yourself. So stop apologizing for everything. You can look at yourself and go, well, am I sorry? Do I have to be sorry? Have I done anything? And if you genuinely don't have to be sorry, then stop saying it, because you're devaluing yourself. You're bringing yourself down by constantly apologizing for being who you are. And if you feel that self-love is tied up with those feelings of arrogance, of being overly confident, of being conceited, I've seen some things going around at the moment about narcissism, and narcissism is a word that very much is bandied about. And I think people worry about, am I a narcissist because I love myself? And self-love has always had a really negative connotation for years and years. But without it, it's really difficult to embrace life. It's difficult to have relationships with other people if we don't love ourselves. Why on earth should other people love us in the way that we want to be loved? So it's not about that. So embrace the fact it's not arrogance, it's not being conceited, it's not being a narcissist, it's not any of those words. Self-love is about confidence. It's the same as confidence. It's a skill. So tied in with confidence. Confidence is something we learn over time. The more we do it, the better we get at it. And that is the same with self-love. And things that happen with self-love, we find the partners that we've dreamed of. We find the careers that we really want, that drive us, that fulfill us, that give us all those, that life purpose. And the best thing about self-love, especially if we have children, is that we show them how to love themselves. If we love ourselves, then they know that it's safe for them to love themselves. And I've heard lots of stories of children who look at their parents and go, well, Mum, you pick apart every bit of your body. You talk to yourself in that way. You do that. And I must find out from my own children, ask them how they think I feel about myself. That would be really interesting. I'm going to do that. So maybe you can ask the people around you. If you feel like someone loves themselves too much, maybe look at yourself and see what's triggering you there, because that's a trigger point. And it's all about our upbringings, our values. It's about the communities around us. It's about society. Society very much hasn't in the past wanted us to love ourselves, to blow our own trumpets, to be confident about our abilities. But now is the time to start doing this. If we don't, we end up with unfulfilling careers, unfulfilling relationships, kids that don't love themselves because we're not modelling great behaviour for them. If we can model self-love to ourselves, to our other generations, then they can feel safe to do that for themselves. And what better gift can we give our children than that? So how can you just start loving yourself? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. It's the same as confidence. You have to practice it. It's a skill. To love yourself is a skill. And I know that lots of people don't know and believe these things, but it's the same as confidence. You have to practice self-love. So how can you do that? You can write a gratitude list. So you can write a list every day about what you're grateful for and what you're grateful for about yourself. So for me, I'm grateful that I love speaking to people. I'm grateful that I tackle things in a logical way. I'm grateful that when people are having issues, I can look at them and I can help them through those in the best way I can possibly do. So write your gratitude list and make it about yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. And it can be really hard when you're beating yourself up and you're going down that path of, oh, I should have done it differently. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I wish I'd done that. Speak kindly. I could have done that. I wish I'd done that, but I didn't, and it's okay. So know that you are okay, whatever has happened. Follow the Mel Robbins high five. Been high-fiving myself every day. It's great. It just gives you that inner boost. And there's another video on the Mel Robbins high five you can check out in my channel. Tapping. Tapping is a great way. We've talked about tapping again. There's another video in my channel about tapping. Release all those emotions where you're not feeling very happy with yourself. Tapping is a great way for giving yourself love and letting go. Oh, I feel better already just doing that. Letting go of emotions that stop ourselves from loving ourselves. Reiki. Go and have some Reiki. I love Reiki. It's a great way of practicing self-love, just lying there for an hour while somebody gives you some really amazing universal energy that can recharge you. And hugging. Hug yourself. If you've got no one around to hug you, hug yourself. This is a technique called havening. There's lots of videos around about havening. I'm not going to go into it today, but if you look at it and you just hug yourself and you stroke your shoulders to your elbows, and it just releases all those lovely chemicals that you get from having a hug. And if you want a hug, go and ask someone for a hug as well. So that's self-love. Please, can you give me a hug? Today I need a hug. So hugging is a great way of practicing self-love. If you still struggle with the concept of loving yourself and how to even go about doing that, I've helped lots of clients do that very thing. So give me a call. Let's get and have a chat. Let's talk about how you can start to love yourself, because I promise the minute you start to love yourself, the rest of the world around you will change. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to press the buttons, the subscribes, the notification bells, all of that good stuff to keep in touch with my weekly videos. Lots of hints and tips, lots of motivation for you if you just need a boost. And remember, always have a very powerful day.